Tell me if you know this guy. He walks in the front door, phone still in hand, half listening, still in sales mode. And his daughter looks up at him, hopefully, but he misses it. His wife shouts, "Hey, how was your day?" And he shrugs, fine. He's home, but he isn't really here. And here's the gut punch. He's still leading. He just doesn't realize what he's leading him into. Same gear, same leader, new battlefield. This is Homefront Friday, where we don't take off the jersey, we wear it where it matters most. I'm Hunsicker, and this is the Dealership War Room. 7 minutes of leadership fire, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And today is the very first Homefront Friday, because the most important work that you do is not on the sales floor, and it's definitely not in the office. It's in your living room, your kitchen, and your backyard. Let me share with you a little wisdom that's been won in my own battles of regret. And it's summed up best in this quote from David McKay. There is no success that can compensate for failure in the home. You see, you're leading your home every day, whether you realize it or not. Every sigh, every scroll through dinner, every just a sec when your kid just wants 5 seconds of your eyes, that's leadership. And if you're single, divorced, or solo parenting, first, my hat's off to you and my respect to you. But I guarantee you this hits home for you too, because somewhere in your orbit, there's somebody watching how do you carry yourself under pressure. Because here's the truth that most high performers want to avoid. If you're dominating at the dealership, but disconnecting at home, you're not winning, you're just compensating. Work gives you urgency, deadlines, and recognition. But home gives you opportunities that you never get back. See, you can't outsource your presence. You can't delegate your tone. And you can't reschedule moments that mattered. See, this is a war that most leaders avoid. But the ones who face it, they don't just win, they conquer. That's why this is Homefront Friday, because velocity starts where it matters most. So over the coming weeks, we're going to keep line upon line building your Homefront velocity plan. And just like on the sales floor, you need a Homefront plan, a simple plan that you can execute every single day and start stacking your identity, start stacking your wins, and keep building your streaks, not just at work, but also at home. Step 1 in your plan, 1 daily touch point, a hug, a text, an intentional moment. It doesn't have to be big, but it has to be real and it has to be intentional. You know when you're driving to work in the morning, when you're coming home in the evening, when you're taking your shower, you know that daughter, that son, that friend, that they're struggling. They're having a hard time. They need something from you. You know your spouse needs that extra moment today. This is how you do it. 1 touch point every day. 2 is your thermostat reset. Before you walk into your home or walk into a room, stop, pause, breathe, and then ask yourself this question. What's the tone I want to set when I walk in? And that one breath might stop a spiral that could otherwise ruin the entire evening. You see, you have the opportunity every time you walk into your home to make the first 30 seconds your family has with you the best 30 seconds of their day. 3 is the Friday home huddle. Tonight, just 3 minutes, gather your family or your team and ask them this question. What's one thing I could do to be a better dad, husband, friend, brother, whatever your role is on that team this weekend? So what's one thing I could do to be a better dad this weekend? What's one thing I could do to be a better husband this weekend? And then shut up and listen. No fixing, no defending, just receive it like a leader. All week, we've been talking about velocity, the velocity framework, and specifically how execution is driven by identity. That is true at work and at home. At work, you're a leader. That's your identity. At home, you're the emotional anchor. That's your identity. You set the tone. You create safety. You build the atmosphere in which your family will rise or shrink inside of every single day. And it doesn't require more time. It requires more intention. You need a way to absolutely own this battlefield, to put yourself in the right mindset. So when you walk in, you can run your very own Homefront framework. So now that you understand identity, now that you have a Homefront framework and you execute it consistently, what would happen if your kids looked forward to you walking in the door every day? What would happen if your wife felt seen every day and not just tolerated? And what would happen if home became your recharge zone and not your regret zone? Because that's what happens when you put velocity where it matters most. So let's cross the execution bridge. Here's your mission for today. Before you walk in, run the thermostat reset. Make the first 30 seconds of their day the best 30 seconds that they've had. Then the one touch point. Is it a hug? Is it sitting eye to eye? Is it a little note that you're going to write? What are you going to do? What's the one touch point you're absolutely going to execute when you get there? And then run the Friday home huddle and really listen to what they have to say. Then DM me, tag me, or text me this phrase: I showed up on the home front. Go on to the YouTube page on Friday night or Saturday morning after you've done it and just type in there in the comments, I showed up on the home front. See, this isn't therapy. This is legacy. This is doing what matters where it counts. This is Homefront Friday in the dealership war room, because if you lose at home, there is no other win that matters. And if this hit home and you felt a need to make some shifts, please follow through and execute. Let's start stacking day by day, week by week, month by month, and let's build an identity of someone who is an absolute emotional anchor in their home. And if you have a friend or someone else in the business that is winning on paper and they're fading at home, text them this link. Let them hear it. Let's see if it can help them shift them. Because at the end of the day, here's what it's all about. Tomorrow's peace is built today. So let's go win where it matters most. Have an amazing Friday, an incredible weekend, and I'll see you Monday in the dealership war room.